Lepo pozdravljeni nazaj. Zdaj vas še. Kam? Congratulations for the film. Thank you again for being with us. Bomo imeli pogovor, bom jaz prevajala za vas, tako da en mikrofon bo šel naokrog v spodnjem delu, en mikrofon bo tudi na balkonu, tako da kar pogumno. Prvo vprašanje pa bom vprašala, že imamo, no pa kar. We have the first, I wanted to ask the first question, but no way. So imamo že prvo vprašanje, povej. Pride mikrofon do tebe, pa povej kar v mikrofon.
Meni se je zdelo, da je imel tistočka
Od Binti?
Ja, od Binti.
Okay.
Je imel take ful čudne oči.
Aha. Yeah, she thinks that the father of Binti, he had a little bit weird eyes. Kje pa si to opazila mogoče, da nam malo pomagaš?
V bistvu takrat, ko je bil na letalu, sem gledala, ko je imel tako, mislim, da podobno kako za oči.
Yeah, on the plane maybe, when he had like an animal, like a goat, like that. Yeah. Maybe because he was sad, mogoče je bil žalosten, pa zato zaskrbljen. I don't know. Yeah. No.
He does have a little bit strange eyes, yes.
Ja, ima res malo čudne oči. Okay. Imamo tam zadaj še eno vprašanje.
But I think it's okay to have strange eyes.
Ja, ampak misli, da je okej, da nekateri imajo pač čudne oči ali pa imamo čudne oči.
Mislim pač, kako so jo, da jo niso nazaj v Kongo odpeljali, kako se je to zgodilo.
So it's the question about the ending. How come they didn't transfer them to Congo?
So they were definitely going to. I don't actually know who I'm speaking to.
Ja, kdo je tam zadaj? Ja, tamle, evo.
Okay. So of course it's always different, but in this case, they were really going on that plane, but it is actually so that once you're on the plane, the pilot gets to decide whether or not it is safe to fly. And in real life, it does happen that sometimes when people refuse to sit down because they want certain other people to not go, people that are being sent back to a country, the pilot can decide all those people have to be taken off the plane because it's not safe. And I guess that's kind of the very last option that sometimes happens. It's rare, but it happens in real life that people, can try to save, to prevent people from being deported.
Ja. Torej v tem primeru so jih res mislili odpeljati nazaj v Kongo, ampak v bistvu v takih situacijah, kadar so na letalu, je stvar v tem, da se lahko pilot odloči, ali je situacija dovolj varna, da pravzaprav vzletijo. In v takih primerih, ko želijo določeni ljudje res rešiti ljudi, da jih ne odpeljajo, pravzaprav imajo to možnost, da recimo, tega sicer zdaj ni povedala, sem prebrala v intervjuju, se ne usedejo na sedež in se potem lahko res pilot odloči, da ni dovolj varno, da vzletijo in pošljejo vse ljudi dol iz aviona. Okay. Tam še eno vprašanje, pa gremo pa na balkon, vas vidim tudi, še eno tlele spodaj.
A je to ta prav Bintin oči?
Is this the real Binti's father?
Yes, it is. Wow.
Ja, torej Baloji in Bebel, ki igra Binti, sta čisto zares oče in hči, pa je lahko vprašamo, kako je do tega prišlo in kako je bilo pravzaprav delati na filmskem prizorišču z očetom in hčerjo. So how come you had like daughter and father in the same film and how it was to work with them when you have, like relatives on the film set?
Well, I met them actually. I met the father first, and then he showed me a picture of his daughter. But he's a musician, so I didn't initially know even that he was an actor. And then he auditioned. But Okay.
Ja. Torej, najprej je spoznala očeta, ki je sicer glasbenik, zelo poznan glasbenik v Belgiji, in niti ni vedela, da je pravzaprav igralec. In on se je odločil, da bo šel na audicijo in takrat jim, ja, so, oh, you're already making selfies. Oh, okay. Okay. Torej, na audicijo, ja, and then? Audition. So he auditioned.
And then he showed me a picture of his daughter, who initially was way too young, because you can't tell, but she's actually only 9 years old when we were filming this. So originally I did not want her.
Okay, stop. So, torej, pokazal je sliko svoje hčere, ki je precej mlajša od lika, ki ga igra v filmu. Se pravi, Bebel je precej mlajša od Binti, stara je 9 let. She's now 9 or she was 9 when she auditioned?
She was 9 when we filmed.
Torej, bila je stara 9 let, ko so snemali film, prav pa igra 12-letno deklico in zaradi tega ni želela v samem začetku imeti Bebel za igralko Binti.
But then she kept coming back to the auditions because she was really good.
In potem je kar prihajala na audicijo, zato ker je bila res dobra.
And then it took 6 months before I realized that I put father and daughter together. And then I realized it was a gift, actually.
Ja. In potem je trajalo pravzaprav pol leta, da se je čisto res odločila, a ne, in pravzaprav je bilo kot neko darilo, ker je Bebel tako super odigrala.
And I was a little bit nervous that she would be nervous having her dad there. And I think sometimes that happened. But their relationship in real life is also very intimate, and I think in the end it worked really well.
Ja, malo je bila zaskrbljena, nervozna, da bo pravzaprav Bebel nervozna, ker ima očeta na filmskem prizorišču, ampak njun odnos je zelo tak intimen, lep in je pravzaprav pomagalo pri snemanju filma. Dajmo še kakšno vprašanje na balkonu. So he's going from the balcony?
Okay.
Oh, thanks, sorry.
The balcony.
Yeah.
How much time did you need to make the movie?
Koliko časa je rabila, da je posnela film?
Well, from the very first moment I started writing until the very last, until the premiere in Belgium, 4.5 years.
Spravi od takrat, ko je začela pisati, do takrat, ko je film imel svojo premiero v Belgiji, 4.5 leta.
But the shooting, the actual filming is only 2 months, 27 days to be precise, so the holidays for the kids. And the editing is 2 months, and then music and stuff. So the writing and finding the money is actually what takes most time.
Ja, spravi najdalj časa pravzaprav vzame pisanje in da najdeš denar za to, da film posnameš. Samo snemanje je trajalo 2 meseca oziroma 27 dni, snemali so čez poletne počitnice, in potem pa še 2 meseca, da se je film zmontira in potem še nekaj časa, da se doda glasba, spravi postprodukcija. Tako da to je nek tak proces, da film nastane. Dajmo še eno vprašanje iz balkona. Aha. It's another one coming from the balcony.
A so resno tistim sosedu dali v hrano čili ali se je sam tako dobro delal?
Aha. Did the kids really put the chili into the food of the mom's lover, or he was just acting so good?
Well, no, actually, when we were shooting the scene, the actor who played the mom's lover had said, "Please do it really, because I want to really experience it." And so the people that did the decor, the set, do you want to already?
No, just
okay. They did it really, and we were shooting, and I was like, and afterwards it turned out that they gave the wrong plate, and actually little Elias had the pepper. And he's such a good actor that he just kept acting and pretending nothing happened, but there was actually a hot pepper in his food.
Oh, se pravi, igralec, ki je igral tega gospoda, ki je v filmu pojedel ta čili, je pravzaprav želel čisto zares, da mu dajo to pekočo stvar v hrano, ker je hotel doživeti, kako to izgleda. Ampak ljudje, ki so skrbeli za te stvari na filmskem prizorišču, so se zmotili in so dali nekomu drugemu, in to je pravzaprav bil Elias. In je tako dober igralec, da je tako zelo dober odigral, da se v bistvu v filmu sploh ne vidimo, da je zelo pekočo hrano. Ja. Zdaj bom pa jaz eno vprašanje, pa spet vi. This is not your first film about children and teens. It is your first feature film. But you also made some short ones, and one of them is also a documentary about a teen rapper. So I just wonder, can you tell more what is inspires you so much by children and teens and how it is to work with them? And I'll just translate my question. Ja. Se pravi, vprašala sem jo, to ni njen prvi film, to je njen prvi celovečerni film, se pravi, ki traja 1,5 ure. Je pa že posnela nekaj kratkih filmov, eden izmed njih je tudi dokumentarec o eni mladi reperki in sem jo vprašala, kaj jo tako zelo navdihne pri otrocih in mladih in zakaj rada dela z njimi. So, please.
Right. I like stories about kids or young people because their future is still a big open space. So anything can still happen. Yeah.
Se pravi, rada ima zgodbe, otroške zgodbe, zgodbe o otrocih in mladih, zato ker je prihodnost pred njimi še vedno en tak velik, odprt prostor in se pravzaprav lahko zgodi še karkoli.
And I think that's really magical. I remember when I was a kid, I had very, very big dreams. And now, of course, I still do, but now as an adult, there's so much more knowledge. And I think it's something really pure, the way a child can still have, anything can still happen and be possible. And I think that's really, for stories, it's wonderful.
Ja, pravzaprav je to tako magično, ko te še vse čaka. Ko je bila sama majhna, je imela veliko sanj in veliko želja, seveda jih ima tudi danes, samo zdaj, ko je odrasla, mogoče več ve, pa kakšne skrbi pridejo zraven in tako. In je v bistvu, ko si mlajši, ko si majhen, so te sanje in te želje tako mečkam bolj čiste in je tako zelo magično in zato so te zgodbe tako zelo zanimive za snemanje filmov. Dajmo še eno vprašanje tukajle.
Kje ste pa dobili navdih za ta film?
Where did you get the inspiration for the film?
Many different things. I think initially, really, the fact that every other couple of months, a child in Belgium who has been raised there, who is rooted there, who has its friends and its hobbies and everything in the country where I live, gets sent back to a country where they've never been. To me, that's really something is wrong, something is not right. So that was the initial idea. And then I think many elements come together. You know, Binti filming, I think, comes from my interest as a child filming. And Elias is kind of based on my brothers, who were also nature freaks. And, you know, all these little elements come in. So.
Ja. V osnovi je inspiracija oziroma navdih prišel iz tega, da you said like every couple of months the child is sent?
Well, I mean, don't take that,
Okay.
but, you know.
Pogostokrat se zgodi, da pravzaprav v Belgiji, kjer živi, pošljajo otroka, ki tam živi, ki ima tam prijatelje, ki hodi v šolo, ki ima nek svoj krog, ker nima dokumentov, da ga pravzaprav pošljajo v drugo državo, iz katere je prišla in njej se to zdi strašno narobe in da to ni prav in to je pravzaprav bila osnovna neka motivacija, zakaj je posnela ta film. Potem so pa različni elementi, ki so film sestavili, takšen, kakršen je. To, da Binti snema vloge, recimo, prihaja iz nje, ker danes tudi snema filme. Elias je podoben recimo njenemu bratu, ker njen brat je bil tudi tak, you said before that your brother was like an animal geek, da je bil tak živalski piflar o živalih. Se pravi, pa se različni elementi sestavijo v zgodbo. Ok, tam imamo zadnji še eno vprašanje, tesno tamle, ja. Aha, super.
I like all these questions.
Ja, zelo so ji všeč vaše vprašanja. Kar?
A sta še zmer dva prijatelja skupaj?
Kjera dva? Binti pa Elias?
Ja.
Ja, tu igralca vprašamo, če sta se spoprijateljila tudi na. Did Mo, dečko, ki igra Eliasa, je ime Mo. Are Mo and Bebel, were they friends on the set and are they still friends?
They were friends. Yeah, I think all three of us got along really well. There was definitely also fights because they have very different characters. I mean, their characters are very different in the film, and that's also the case in real life. So the fight that happened in the film had definitely also happened in real life. But altogether, we were a little army of workers, yeah.
Ja. Vsi trije so se pravzaprav zelo povezali medtem, ko so snemali film. Mo in Bebel prav tako, sta si pa zelo različna. Tako zelo različna, kot sta si v bistvu v filmu Binti in Elija, sta si različna tudi igralca med sabo. In tako, kot so se dobro razumeli, so v bistvu imeli tudi kakšen prepir. In prepir, recimo, ko ste ga videli v filmu, se je definitivno zgodil tudi v resničnosti. Ampak sicer pa so bili zelo povezani in so bili ena taka vojska.
And they are still friends, but they live in different cities, so they don't see each other very often. But whenever we see each other again for screenings or when we meet, they are close.
Ja. Ne živita pa v istem mestu, tako da se ne videvata zelo pogosto, ampak kadar pa recimo nastopajo skupaj, pa se vidijo. Jaz vem, da je imela eno zelo posebno metodo, kadar je Mo in Bebel padla energija, ko so snemali film, pa je bom vprašala, kakšno je imela to metodo, da je dvigala energijo nazaj na filmskem snemanjem. I know you had a special method how to bring back the energy, so can you tell us what that was?
Yeah, because Mo is actually older. He's 13, so he was, well, you could tell. But Bebel, like I said, was quite young, so she would, and she's like a person like this, so she would be really good, but then all of a sudden she'd get really tired. And if she would, oh, now I'm going to have to do it. We would go outside, we would go away from the set, and we would do this. And then we'd scream really hard, and that way we'd both kind of drive ourselves crazy and give ourselves energy, and then we'd go on for a little longer.
Se pravi, Mo in Bebel sta si zelo drugačna. Mo je bolj umirjen, Bebel je pa cela taka vihrava, ampak se tudi zelo hitro utrudi in kadar je mogla dvigati energijo, jaz tega zdaj ne bom ponovila, ker ste videli.
You have to do it too, huh?
I have to do it as well. Ja, so šli ven in naredili in so si na ta način dvigali energijo nazaj na filmskem prizorišču. Ja, še eno vprašanje bom vprašala, in sicer zakaj Kongo, ker vem, da je s Kongom ima en poseben odnos. So why Congo? I know you have a special relationship with the country, so can you tell us more?
Yeah, so I guess there's various reasons, but well, you may or may not know that Belgium has a history with Congo because Belgium has colonized Congo. I don't know if everyone knows what that means, but you can ask your parents later. And then my father, because this is actually quite recent, my father was born there. So my grandfather worked in Congo, my father was born there, and to me, it's really strange because it's so close, the fact that my grandfather just went there and worked and had a family there, and now they can't come to my country. That's, you know, just not right. So that's the link with Congo, yeah.
Kongo je pravzaprav bila kolonija, belgijska kolonija. Lahko pa starše vprašate, kaj to pomeni. Če slučajno, se lahko... Ja, nekdo ve, boste se pol vmes. Skratka, bili sta povezani politično skozi zgodovino. Ima pa tudi zelo osebno povezavo s Kongom. Tam je bil namreč rojen njen oče, njen dedek je šel tja delat, si tam ustvaril družino, tako da so v bistvu povezani tudi prek družine. In zdi se ji na nek način zelo nepravično, da so oni včasih lahko tja šli, tam delali, si tam ustvarili družino, zdaj pa nazaj, pa ljudje iz Konga pa ne morejo priti v Belgijo. In to je pravzaprav tudi zakaj se je odločila, da posname film. Dajmo še kakšno vprašanje na balkonu? Bom. Imamo še nekaj časa. Na balkonu še kakšno? Ja?
A sta Binti pa Elijas res naredila vse te filme? Recimo uno, ki so kapi jedli travo, a sta bila to Binti pa Elijas, a sta vse sama naredila ali je kakšen član izmed filmske ekipe pomagal?
So parts in the film that there is a vlog. Were they made by Binti and Elias, or by Mo and Bebel, or somebody from the film crew helped?
No, somebody from the film crew helped. We had a really tight shooting schedule, so the shooting of the vlogs was part of the shooting of the film, but it was more fun because it was just kind of me and the kids, and sometimes the cameraman filmed because, you know, so we all did them together, but they did a lot of it too.
Aha. Se pravi, naredili so jih iz filmske ekipe, ampak sta bila veliko zraven, veliko sta pomagala, bil je zelo zabaven del, ker so bili vsi skupaj, skratka, ja, tako skupaj so jih naredili. No, bila sta zelo vključena tudi v te dele snemanja vloga. Dajmo tukaj le tekalca, kje je mikrofon?
Imel Elias v resničnem življenju so mu všeč te živali.
Aha, does Elias really like okapis? Like in his real life more?
He
like
does now, but he didn't actually know. It's interesting how most people don't know these animals, and I think that's also that I then thought was fun to get to know. So no, he had no idea about them at first, and I took him to the zoo in Belgium, and we went to look at them together. And then afterwards, he was really interested, but he had no idea in the beginning.
Yeah.
So
Did you have an okapi club when you were young?
no, back then it was whales. We did have a whale club. We sold popcorn in school to collect money to save the whales. Not okapis, but
Okay.
could have been, yeah.
Okay. Se pravi, Mo, ki je igral Eliasa, preden je začel snemati film, ni poznal okapijev, tako da ga je Frederike odpeljala v živalski vrt v Belgiji, kjer sta si jih skupaj pogledala in zdaj je čisto navdušen nad temi živalmi. Vprašala sem jo, če je imela sama okapi klub in je rekla, da ne, ampak je pa reševala kite in je pravzaprav z eno prijateljico prodajala kokice, zato da so zbirali denar, zato da bi rešili kite. Ja, koga še nismo, ti v zeleni majčki?
Kako je možno, da sta Binti in njegov oči prišla do Belgije, če nista imela dokumentov?
Aha.
In za potovanje z letalom potrebuješ dokumente.
Okay. How it is possible that Binti and her dad came to Belgium if they didn't have any papers? How can you go on a plane if you don't have documents?
Well, they have documents, they have Congolese documents. So I guess when you go to another country, you can travel with your Congolese passport. Not always, because even that is quite complicated, but they managed. But then you're supposed to return, and then they just don't return. I guess that's what happens. Yeah.
Ja. Lahko sta potovala, ker sta imela dokumente iz Konga, pač iz države, kjer sta prihajala, in s temi dokumenti tudi ni vedno zelo enostavno priti v državo, recimo v Belgijo, v katero želiš. Njima dvema je uspelo, ampak bi se po določenem času morala vrniti in ona dva se pač nista in sta ostala v Belgiji. Te imamo še eno roko zadnji. Ja, ti, čakaj, da pretečeš z mikrofonom. Evo.
A sta Mo pa Bebel je govorila iste jezike?
Aha. Če Mo in Bebel, sorry, do Mo and Bebel speak the same language in like real life?
Yes. They speak the same language as in the film, I guess. They speak Dutch, yeah.
Ja, govorita isti jezik, govorita flamsko oziroma nizozemsko, tako kot govorita v filmu, govorita tudi sicer.
But Bebel also speaks French because her dad, I don't know if you know this when you don't understand what they're saying, but to her father, Bebel actually speaks French because her father speaks no Flemish, well, a little bit, but not very good. Flemish, he's French speaking because Belgium has French and...
Ja. Se pravi, Bebel govori tudi francosko in če ste opazili v filmu, v bistvu s svojim očetom govori tudi Binti francosko, ker v bistvu v Belgiji govorijo dva jezika, govorijo francosko in govorijo flamsko. Tamle je še ena roka? Tamle je? Ja.
A se je Mo res zaletel v drevo?
Did Mo really hit the tree?
I thought she said, does Mo have a girlfriend? Did Mo really? Yes, but you know, it's a trick. It's like you kind of push. I don't know. It's a trick. There was a stuntman actually who taught him how to run into a tree without hurting himself.
Yeah.
And when he fell onto the leaves, there was actually a mat hidden under the leaves. So yeah, it's a whole thing.
Ja, čisto res se je, ampak zaletel, ampak v bistvu obstaja trik, kako se lahko zaletiš v drevo in se obenem ne poškoduješ. Bil je tam tudi nek kaskader, ki ga je to naučil in ko je padel na list, je od spodaj bila neka blazina. Tako da, ja, to. Še eno na balkonu?
Zakaj ste pa zbrali glih okapje?
Aha. Why did you choose okapis? Why yeah.
Because I wanted a connection between Binti's dad and Elias. And so I guess the Okapi really, well, there's many reasons. The Okapi really do only live in one single forest in Congo. That's the only place in the whole wild world where they appear in the wild. So I thought that was really cool. And then also back 100 years ago, people from Belgium or Europe came to Congo and discovered this animal. And then they took it and they took it back, put it in the zoo, and they were like, oh, we discovered a new animal. But in fact, I mean, it existed for a long time already and people there knew that. So to me, that's a little bit of a metaphor for Europeans and how they treat Africa and its people and its animals and its everything.
Ja, torej pravzaprav iz dveh razlogov. Na nek način je hotela najti povezavo med Eliasom in Bintijevim očetom, se pravi Okapiji živijo v divjini, samo v enem gozdu v Kongu. To je edini prostor, kjer živijo v divjini in to se je zdelo tako cool, vključiti to v film. Po drugi strani pa so Okapi tudi kot neka simbolika, na kak način se pravzaprav Evropa obnaša do Afrike, do vsega tega, kar v Afriki obstaja. So pa res Belgijci bili pač pred 100 leti nazaj, so Okapije odkrili v tem gozdu in jih potem tudi zelo takoj odpeljali v svoje živalske vrtove in se mi je zdelo tako, da so nekaj novega odkrili, čeprav Okapiji so tam živeli že zelo dolgo. Morali bomo končati, vem, mogli bomo končati, ampak Frederike ostaja z nami, tako da bo še v kavarni. Podpisala vam
Can
bo...
I add something to
No,
that?
I'll give you... Yeah, sure, of course.
Sorry. There was also another reason because I wanted Elias to actually like Congo. I wanted the place where they come from not to be this evil country in war and awful. I wanted Congo to also be a beautiful place. And so the fact that Elias actually is like, Congo, I thought that was important.
That's why also the dance and the food?
Exactly.
Ja.
To honor
Torej,
the culture.
ja. Torej želela je v bistvu, zakaj tudi Okapi, želela je pravzaprav prikazati Kongo ne samo kot neko nevarno deželo, državo, iz katere ljudje bežijo, ampak v bistvu je hotela prikazati tudi njihovo raznoliko naravo, lepe stvari, ki v Kongu obstajajo, zato je pač spravila tudi Okapije in vključila je njihovo hrano, glasbo, ples in vse to. Say something, I'll just, yeah. So, torej, gremo v kavarno, tako da Frederike bo še z nami, čakaj, samo malo, gre z nami v kavarno, kjer vam bo podpisala izvode knjižic, takoj na levo ven iz izhoda, ko pridete skozi zaveso. Če nimate svoje knjižice, imamo tam dodatne izvode knjižice, čaka vas zunaj v kavarni tudi pogostitev in sicer bomo se pogostili s tem, s čimer se z Bebelino najljubšo hrano, če jo danes ni, imamo vsaj pico na mesto nje, tako da, ja, usedite se, ker imamo selfie še, sam še selfie naredimo. Frederike bi strašno rada naredila selfie z vami. Tako da naredimo selfie, potem pa gremo v kavarno.
Yeah, thank you. Everybody do something fun.
Ja, naredite nekaj smešnega.
Thank you.
Hvala vsem, se vidimo v kavarni.